guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're watching a video about a boy whose boyfriend is old enough to be his dad. That was a mouthful to say, but yeah, we're gonna get into the video.
This is 23-year-old Caleb. He fell in love with 56-year-old Mark.
Okay, at least he's not like 19 or 18. 23 and 56, yeah, that's a big age gap. How many years is that? That is over 30, isn't it? Like 33. I mean, it's not the best, like it is a big age gap, but at least he's not like 19. If he was like 19, that would be much worse.
Their relationship has received criticism due to their age gap.
That is understandable. If you see somebody who's 23, 56-year-old, people are gonna look at that and think, what's going on here?
When I get comments that are calling my boyfriend a flat-out like pedophile, those are the only ones that trigger me.
I mean, yeah, that is understandable, but you do realize people are gonna say that. I wonder how long they've been together for. I really hope he didn't start dating him when he was like 18 or 19. Obviously, like, that's legal, but like, it still is sketchy. It isn't like the sketchy area of relationship. Obviously, like, it's not predatory behavior, but it can be seen as that. I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I feel like that is too much of an age gap.
Can their relationship survive any additional turmoil?
I mean, it probably, I don't know. Is he rich? Is he like a sugar daddy? If he's a sugar daddy, then that's understandable. This guy's basically just bagged himself a twink.
How when me and Mark met, it's not the most conventional way. I was 17 and he didn't necessarily know that.
Oh god, yeah. This is like the situation where it's like, yeah, that is sketchy. He was obviously underage, but it doesn't really matter if you didn't know how old you are. Like, you do look like a twink. Like, you are a twink. You do look younger than 23. If he was 17 whenever they met, how old would he have like probably looked? Probably like 15. It ain't looking good for Mark.
Caleb and I met, I was 49 and he was 17. Of course people are going to have an issue with it.
I mean, yeah, of course, like, that is understandable. 49 and 17, that is sketchy. That is like predatory behavior. Obviously, like, it's not like super bad, but then it's not like good. Like, it is still bad. I wonder where they met. Like, where did they meet? Where would a 49-year-old meet like a 17-year-old and then they fall in love? Was he going to bars underage?
I didn't necessarily expect when I met Caleb that I was going to fall in love with him.
Well, where did you meet? And that's where I want to know. Like, obviously they met each other, but like, where? Where did they find each other?
I took my friend's phone who I was living with and I downloaded the app. I'm sure everyone knows of Grindr, and I just started messaging.
Yeah, so Grindr, basically. I mean, he shouldn't have been on the app, full stop. Like, that is an app for people over the age of 18. In my personal opinion, obviously Mark is to blame, but then Caleb also is. Like, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be on that app. I don't understand why people do stuff like that. I'm probably gonna seem like such a Debbie Downer, but I hate it whenever I see younger people in bars and clubs. It's like, you're not meant to be in there. Like, if you literally go out and hook up with somebody, they could literally get arrested and have their life ruined. The kid shouldn't have been on the app.
So the next day I went and I met him, and ever since I have been with him.
Okay, so they did meet each other. Oh god, he was underage. I mean, I don't know how close he was to 18. Obviously, like, that's not a reason for like me to defend it. But I mean, to be fair, he was on the app underage and they have stayed together, so I guess it's not that bad. I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I feel like I'm trying to justify, but you can't really justify the actions.
I started thinking that Caleb was the one, I'm going to say a few months into us seeing one another. We had probably gone out maybe 8 or 10 times or something over the course of the first few months.
Okay, so I knew quite quickly that they were like a thing that we're gonna stay together. I mean, they've been together from the age of 17 to 23. That's 6 years, isn't it? I mean, obviously they've got a relationship, like, it's working. I just like hope that, like, I don't know, it's not gonna damage the kid.
I mean, it was not something I expected because of him being that much younger than me.
Yeah, that is understandable. Like, let's be realistic. People only go on that app for hookups. Like, Grindr is only for hookups. A lot of people don't expect to find a boyfriend on there. I don't really do dating apps. Like, I've got a couple of accounts, but like, I just do it for compliments. I'm gonna be completely honest. I love the compliments. That's the reason why I've got an account. But you know, like, they seen each other and then they like obviously fell in love. He was underage, but like, they have stayed together for like 6 years, so I guess it's not that sketchy, but then it also is.
Whilst Mark was initially concerned about their age gap, he's found mounting judgment about their relationship difficult to deal with.
I mean, yeah, like, for him, obviously he's in love with the kid, but like, it is a big age gap. I would not be able to be in a relationship like that easily with somebody older than me, but not somebody younger than me. I'm gonna be completely honest, I kind of understand why he's into older guys, but like, then for me it's like not that old, maybe like 36 at a push. If I was like even 24, I would not date an 18-year-old. Like, to me that's like really weird. Even like a 20-year-old. I'm 19 now, and like, even thinking about speaking to somebody who's 18, like, it's a no for me.
As far as judgments, if they see an older person walking alongside of a younger person, it's probably going to be, oh, that's his son, that's his nephew, that's something.
I mean, yeah, if you look at them too, you probably do think it's like a son and his dad going out for like lunch, and then they start kissing each other and you're are like, oh, what's going on here?
Online, it's very harsh. Everything from I must be a pedophile to this is sick to I don't need to repeat them all, but there's just a lot of people with very closed minds.
I mean, obviously that's going to happen, but you do have to realize that, like, if they see an older man with a younger boy, they're going to be thinking, this ain't right, like, something's going on here. And you did meet him whenever he was underage. Caleb said he doesn't know if Mark knew that he was underage, but the thing is, he was still underage. This is why you need to keep stuff like that offline, or, like, if you're going to put it online, like, filter the comments or be prepared for comments to come through. It is one of them situations where people are going to look at you and just think you're a weirdo.
If an older man's dating a younger woman, that seems to be like, oh, he's got his trophy bride, or it's almost like the high five thing.
No, I would completely disagree. I would say, oh, no. Maybe if it was like a younger guy dating an older woman, then yeah, his mates would be like, oh yeah, mate, you've proper pulled the bird. But the way society is, if an older man dates somebody who's younger than him, it doesn't matter if it's a boy or girl, they have a problem with it. But if a woman does it, it's not as bad, which I don't agree with. Obviously, if they're both legal and there's nothing wrong with it, like, people shouldn't comment stuff like that. I feel like in his case, the kid obviously looks very young, and like, people obviously are gonna have a go at you about it.
But if an older man's dating a younger man, it's somehow or another sick and twisted.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Like, I don't think it's right. Like, obviously he's legal. Maybe not when you first met, but like, you stayed together. So to me, I don't really have much of a problem with it.
Caleb has a popular YouTube channel which frequently features Mark, and his relationship has been criticised harshly online.
I mean, yeah, I have seen their videos together, and I'm pretty sure like the old guy's like a sugar daddy, which literally will add even more hatred onto it. It's like the wee kid is doing the opposite of what he should do if he doesn't want his boyfriend to be upset. He's doing the worst possible things ever, especially in them videos with the thumbnails and titles and everything.
When I get comments that are calling my boyfriend a flat out like pedophile, those are the only ones that trigger me.
I mean, yeah, obviously that wouldn't be ideal, but you can literally block out them words. Whenever people come online and they like complain about hate, do they not realize they can literally turn their comments off or like filter their comments? It's really not that hard to do.
It triggers me specifically because it's a real occurrence. There are actual pedophiles. My boyfriend is in a consensual relationship with a 23-year-old male.
Yeah, obviously, but like, you did like start speaking to him whenever you were 17, which he might not have known, because in Grindr to be on that app you have to be 18. So theoretically Caleb is actually in the wrong here. I know a lot of people are going to be looking at that and thinking, Connor, what, like the old guy's obviously in the wrong. No, the young guy is, because he went onto that app whenever he wasn't 18. Everyone knows you have to be 18 to be in that app.
People shouldn't judge age gap relationships in general, especially if the two are of legal age and they're both in a consensual relationship.
I mean, I would disagree with that. There is certain circumstances and situations that I would say, nah, that's not right. If it is somebody very, very, very old, like over the age of like 40 probably, who is dating somebody who's freshly 18, I will look at that and think, nah, that's not right. That's just my personal opinion. Now that I'm like 19 turning 20, I can date whoever I want. Obviously there's like an age limit that I won't go over.
So one of the judgments is that I must be buying his affection. And, you know, the YouTube channel probably encourages that because a lot of his titles are sugar baby and blah, 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 blah.
I mean, that's where all the hate is coming from. This kid is literally setting you up. I feel like the kid definitely knows that he's doing that. Like, he's like one of them kids where he'll do anything for attention. The typical gay twing. I mean, you know, he's obviously getting views and money, but like, at least turn the comments off or like filter them. Your poor boyfriend is literally getting hate for stuff that you're doing.
They're sensationalized and they intend to get people, well, what is this all about, right? So they have to go watch the video, but he's not a sugar baby. He's very capable of taking care of himself.
I mean, yeah, he might not be one, but he's implying that he's one. Honestly, right now, all the blame is on the younger guy. Like, the older guy genuinely seems nice. He's just like into a twang, which, you know, like, it's not illegal, but like, it's not necessarily right, but then it also is right. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not taking a side with the older guy.
But the couple have had to deal with more than just judgment online. They've had their own relationship issues to contend with.
Okay, so they've had relationship issues. What's been going on? Okay, I've got a feeling we're about to find out some tea.
So basically, my boyfriend has been cheating on me. On my Instagram, I got a message from this account called I'm So Into Mark.
Okay, so he apparently cheated on him. Oh, is it real or is it like fake or people like making it up? If people are making it up, then that's wrong, but if he did cheat on him, then you should just dump him.
For the past few months, he's been sneaking away to my apartment. Oh, what do you have to say for yourself?
I mean, is it real? Is it fake? Like, are you gonna tell us it? This is the typical YouTube clickbait that I hate. Like, I hate whenever people do story times or videos like this. They'll literally waste 10 minutes of your life just on a rumor.
Well, basically that was a hard lesson that we learned not to share. Mark is human, I'm human. I wouldn't be lying if I didn't say I didn't make mistakes myself in this relationship.
Okay, so he did cheat. He literally cheated on you. He did cheat on you with, like, he did cheat. Either way, he was in love with another person. He, like, hooked up with them. Oh my god, I don't know how to feel. Like, why are they literally in a relationship? Like, they're literally cheating on each other. They're setting each other up for, like, humiliation. They just need to break up.
I think what's important is to grow from it.
agree.
We're stronger today.
I mean, obviously you can, like, grow from it, but, like, are you still cheating on each other? I mean, if you are, you should just break up.
Even Caleb's closest friend is also concerned about their relationship.
I mean, obviously the friend's concerned for a reason. What is the reason? I mean, yeah, whenever you look at their relationship, it doesn't seem like a perfect relationship. Don't get me wrong, not all relationships are perfect. Actually, none of them are. There are ups and downs and things will happen in relationships. But I mean, in this case, it's like a lot of sketchy stuff is going on, isn't it?
What do I think about Mark?
Yeah.
Obviously, as a friend, I think about long-term things. I think about his health. Like, you're a super adventurous person. And is he gonna be hiking mountains with you?
No, he's not. Realistically, if he dies, you're just gonna get the money and move on. I mean, he literally does imply that he is like a sugar baby. So, like, if he does, like, just take his money, I wouldn't be surprised.
Other things that I think about are, like, concern as far as what his interests were. Like, you are way younger than him. So that crossed my mind a little bit.
I mean, yeah, you did go and see him whenever you were underage. You apparently didn't know about that, but still, he probably would have thought you were like 18, 19, which is still very young compared to him. It is one of them things, like, you have to be careful because there are creepy men out there who will perv on you if you're young.
It's so weird because when I met Mark, like, instantly I didn't have any of these doubts anymore.
You're not the first friend to tell me that.
I mean, so she did have, like, them feelings where she was like, I don't know how to feel about him, and then she met him and, like, them feelings changed. That could be a good thing. Like, maybe he isn't as weird as what people make him out to be. Maybe he does just have true intentions and he just is attracted to him, like they are meant for each other.
I'm sure a lot of people expected this to be some weird flash in the pan, and either he'll move on to a new sugar daddy. We've been together for, it's just shy of 6 years.
Exactly, like they have stayed together. It wasn't like a 1 month thing or like a 1 year thing. Obviously he did end up cheating on him, but like they have stayed together. Are they gonna get married? Like, have they spoken about marriage? Are they gonna have children? Is it gonna be a relationship with just them two, or like are they gonna like build their relationship and like start a family in the future?
Despite the judgment and difficulties they face, the couple's relationship still has hurdles to jump, but they remain committed to their love for one another.
I mean, that's good. Like, obviously they love each other even though he did cheat on him. I mean, I don't know how to feel about this video. Like, obviously they're saying like there's no bad intentions, that they actually love each other, but it's like you don't know what they're thinking in the back of their head. He could cheat on him with somebody else underage. Like, they could break up. You don't know. Whenever it comes to relationships with big age gaps, you genuinely don't know how it'll go. Like, it could go very well or it could go very bad. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're press the big red subscribe button, and yes, I'll see you all in my next video.